Well, holy smokes, it is another red day again in the stock market. As you can see, Micron, AMD, SanDisk, Marvell, Nvidia, all those companies, those AI semiconductor stocks are crashing day after day after day. What is happening exactly to the stock market? How should we react to what is happening right now? What I'm personally doing. So, in today's video, we will be understanding what is happening exactly and what is driving this sell off in the market recently and how we can approach that very specifically to our portfolios. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. So, welcome everybody to the Geeky Investor, where stock and we translate. This is Dr. Uwais, and I've been invested in the stock market for the past 9 years. So, let's get right into this. Now, as you can see right here, this is just zooming in quickly right here. This is the chart for one day. As you can see, Nvidia down 2%, Google down 2% as well. Most of the stocks out there are crashing like there is no tomorrow, day after day. But if you look at the past week, mostly the same picture is happening, with a couple of stocks that are kind of exempted or different from what is happening. So for example, Apple right here. And towards the end of this video, I will be sharing 3 stocks that I'm personally holding that have been going up very nicely in the past couple of weeks, on the opposite of Micron and AMD. So towards the end of this video, I will be sharing those 3 stocks within my portfolio and how they are exactly helping me balance my overall portfolio, so that maybe you can buy some stuff when they're down, sell some stuff when they're up, kind of balance your overall portfolio. And this is what you should be aiming towards, to buy when things are low and sell when things are high, of course, if the fundamentals still hold. So in today's episode, we will be just sharing quickly what was announced with TSMC's financial results, because it really helped give us a very clear picture of what those AI semiconductor stocks fundamentally are expected to report to us in the coming couple of quarters. And so, without further ado, to TSMC's results. So let's look at these results. So in this graph right here, I kind of summarized everything for you guys so that it is very clear and visual. So if you appreciate such type of content, please smash the like button right here and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you joining the channel. So as you can see, TSMC did a beat in revenue, in earnings per share, and even gross margins, and even expectations for the coming quarter. And despite all of that, we can see that the stock and the overall market, had crashed after those results, despite, they were a beat in revenue, beat in earnings, and beat in margins, and even beat in expectations. So 4 beat, a quadruple beat, and this is one of the best quarters and best things to hope for. Despite that, the whole stock market went down, including Micron, AMD, Broadcom, all those companies out there. So what was up with those results? So just briefly looking right here, the revenue was up 33% to record 40 billion, and 77% increase year over year when it goes to the earnings per share, with one of the best record margins when it comes to the gross margin. So this is the second best gross margin they have ever got. The last quarter was the best. This one was slightly lower because right now they are ramping up their 2 nanometer chip, fab chip, which is the one that is expected to drive significant growth for the coming quarters and for the coming months. And that also includes things like AMD. So AMD right now, we know with the MI450, it's coming up right now in this quarter as we speak. So this is going to be one of the things that drives a lot of momentum for TSMC, AMD, and the other AI chip stocks. Now, if you look at the overall outlook for AMD, the revenue is expected to grow 40%, which is, raising their guidance from $44.6 billion to higher numbers right now. So this is just showing you how strong the demand for TSMC's chips and manufacturing capabilities is really out there. So we can see a lot of demand coming into TSMC. So that just shows you, as an investor, as fundamentally speaking right here, it just tells you that the demand for the manufacturing and kind of designing of those chips is still very high and very strong and healthy. So despite the sell-off that is happening right now, we will explore the reasons behind the sell-off that is happening. But you can see that the fundamentals are still very strong, because TSMC is a stock that helps you, and a company that really helps you understand the overall market within the AI semiconductor stocks, because whatever happens to TSMC, it drives the upstream and downstream all the way into those different companies out there. So what really shaped the sell-off are four key things, but one of those is the capital expenditure. So zooming in right here, as you can see, AMD have kind of increased their capital expenditure from $52 billion to now $62 billion on average for this full year. So the capital expenditure has increased to $62 billion. This is one of the main things that were behind the decrease in the prices. Now, this could be taken in a bullish way, but can also be taken in a bearish way. So the bearish way that it can be taken is, there's a lot of capital expenditure, and all of those AI stuff, they just need a lot of capital up front. So maybe right now we're not seeing any profits and revenues coming up. So prices are getting ahead of themselves, and so that is why those investors were selling, because of the high capital expenditure, right? But also on the flip side, you can take that as a positive sign, and positive in my opinion, because if a company as important as TSMC is upping their capital expenditure, well, that just shows you that the demand is still out there, and that is why they are upping their investments. Because if they're not seeing profits, if they're not seeing a lot of demand, they would not be upping their supply, right? And this is really what AMD has announced. So I take it more as a positive comment, in my personal opinion. Now, finally, just before we delve more on the four reasons that really led the market to go down, and the three stocks that I'm holding that went up, significantly, let's talk about the qualitative things that the management within TSMC has laid. But before I do that, please, guys, if you appreciate such type of content, again, I ask you to subscribe to the channel. Really, it's been flat in the last couple of weeks. I need your support right here. So let's get back into this. So the four things that really was announced by the AMD's by TSMC's management is one, with the supply and with the demand that is expected to continue all the way into 2030 or 2029, 2030 to be exact. So this is really one of the most critical news that was announced by TSMC's CEO that was overlooked by Wall Street. So in my opinion, this is one of the best signals out there. So let's read. This is, the CEO's note that advanced chip demand is outstripping supply and will remain, quote, robust all the way to probably 2029 or 2030. So, end quote. So this is really, guys, just showing you that there is a lot of demand coming up, not just to 2027, 2028, because previously we've heard, confirmations to 2027, 2028. Between 2028 to 2030, it was left, for kind of debate. But right now we are seeing some signals that are showing us maybe the demand could continue all the way into 2030. So of course, this is not guaranteed, and we have to keep reassessing these things on a quarterly basis and a very, on a regular basis, because this is dynamic and changing very quickly. But right now, as it holds, there seems to be, a lot of positive comments in this regard, and the demand going up beyond 2027. So this was the first important thing that I noticed from TSMC's announcement. And then the other one right here is the $100 billion investment within Arizona, or within the United States specifically. So we know that TSMC has been heavily trying to invest in the US, backed up by the US President Donald Trump. It's just telling you, TSMC is putting a lot of money into the US, and now it upped its investment to $265 billion. So as you can see right here, this is a positive signal for TSMC and the whole US market. And this includes things, the sub 2 nanometer fabs that are being produced and manufactured by TSMC. So this is a critical component. And then finally, because of this 2 nanometer component that is happening and ramping right now, this ramp is expected to happen in Q3 right now, and that is why, by the way, guys, the gross margins for this quarter are expected to be slightly lower than the last quarter, because of the ramp up of the 2 nanometer fab chips. And this ramp up right here is going to be very positive long term, because it will help drive things like the MI450 with AMD's GPUs and others. So finally, on top of all of that, we heard the capital expenditure, that is increasing, including the Arizona's investment in the U.S. So finally, as I promised you guys, the four reasons that the market is really have been going down. So four key reasons. Number one is the profit taking. After this massive boom that happened with Micron, with Marvell, SanDisk, all those other companies, they had a very nice run in the past 6 to 12 months. We have seen Micron up by more than 300%, I think, AMD as well. All those companies, they have done phenomenal returns in the last couple of months. So it is just natural to take some profits. But this is not everything, of course, right? Because, taking profits maybe could drive Micron from $1,200 to $1,000, but not to $800. And even, guys, if you look at the numbers right here, during the day, in the trading day, it even went below $800 to almost $790 a share. And maybe to some, this was really frightening because, guys, if you do not understand the fundamentals of any of the business that you're investing in, and you do not have a very strong belief in that company, well, then of course you will be terrified. And if you still understand the business very well, and if you do not have other stocks within your overall portfolio, you of course will be terrified because your portfolio is concentrated into one or two companies. So that is why, guys, I told you before, and I stress out that once again, that you should have a balanced portfolio overall, whereby some stocks could go up, some stocks could go down, and then you would be able to balance your overall portfolio in a positive way. And when some stocks are going down, maybe you can buy more into it if you believe it is undervalued. And if you've got some stocks that went up and they shooted above their intrinsic value, well, then you can sell part of those or maybe all of those and then fuel them into the stocks that went down. So this is the balancing of the overall portfolio that I always praise in this channel right here. So the other reason that led to the decrease in the overall stock market is the AI spending concerns. We have seen TSMC upping their capital expenditure, with the Arizona's investment and others. So they are thinking that, all of this capital expenditure, it is not really showing us any profits right now. But, this could really be controversial because we've already seen a lot of revenue and profits coming from AI products. But, this is a matter of debate because, one thing, for example, we've seen OpenAI, they have been able to put advertisements within their products and specifically ChatGPT. And this has led, to more profits for the company when it comes, to those AI revenue streams. So this would help make it more sustainable, the OpenAI business and the overall AI business that things can follow. This can be like a single fully dedicated episode. So let me know in the comments down below if you would like to hear that. Then the third reason that led to the stocks going down is the interest rate risk that is expected to happen. So of course, this is not new. It's already been out there in the last 2 to 3 weeks, but this has, helping to put the fuel into the market right now is, there is an expectation that the interest rate will be increased towards the end of this year. So if the interest rates increase, we know historically that has led to lower share price or lower returns within the stock market. That is why those stocks went down. And then fourth is the long-term view. Because, supporters argue that AI is following the same path as internet. The stocks overshoot, but the profits were not coming at that time. They sold off. It had the .com crash down almost 50%. And then after a couple of years, when the profits from the internet came in, at that time, those stocks went up back again. And that is what those investors are thinking. Now, to me, part of those makes sense, but most of it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if you believe that the overall, fundamentals of that stock is still out there. Now, it doesn't mean that there are some stocks that are not, expected to perform well. Some stocks are expected to perform less than the others. You should understand your business that you're investing in to make an informed decision. Now, as for the 3 stocks that I promised you, I am already holding and did some nice profits for me, helped kind of balance the overall portfolio, are the ones as follows. So the first one is right here, Adobe stock. As you can see, the stock is up by more than 20%, guys. It hit $193 a share, and at that time, loading the boat was really, really nice, and this is really what happened. Now the stock is up more than 20%, and this is just nice to see, up 22% from those numbers. So this is something, that would help you whenever you balance your overall portfolio. Duolingo for me, it went up right as well. So my average buying price for Duolingo, I don't know, $95 or something. So now $133 per share. So if you look exactly at those numbers, up almost 40% right here. And in the past month, although those semiconductor AI stocks have went down, as you can see, it went up 16% or maybe 6%. So this is the second stock that I'm holding, and third is ServiceNow. I believe this stock right here is expected to reach maybe $200 to $300 a share if management is able to execute well. And as you can see, the stock is up 8% from its lows. So a lot of different opportunities are happening in the stock market, despite AMD going down, Micron going down in the past couple of weeks. But you can still see that if you balance your overall portfolio, you do not have to stay in the red. Okay, so this is my message to you. Understand the fundamentals in the business that you're investing in. If you understand those fundamentals, it will help you not be worried to panic sell your stocks, and then also try to balance and diversify your overall portfolio to take benefits from when things diverge up and down. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will see you in our next video.